Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Minecraft speedrunning video. In this video we're going to be looking at a crazy run that I got on stream actually. Check me out, Twitch in the description. This was really cool. It's a Structureless sub-17. It's not PB, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I just like to preface this run by saying that I did not play this seed very well. It went off pretty badly and I did not craft very well. I'm not warmed up in this run. This was like one of my first few runs of the day. So that's a bit unfortunate, but I've been resetting a lot harder for sub 15 recently. So I'm hoping that, I'll get the sub 15 soon, which I think I will. And you can see right here by my evident poor crafting that this, that's about how well this run's going to go mechanically, as you can definitely tell. And we're going to do structureless here because I see a lava pool and a nice cave here with some pretty surface iron that is really nice to get. And you get to see some pretty cool structureless strats that aren't in most speedruns, and that's why I wanted to post this video, because it's just kind of a nice little quirky run that you don't see all that often. I'm going to try and get 7 iron for a bucket, a flint and steel, and an iron pickaxe. And that is all you need for structureless, really. You're going to try and get food, you're going to try and get wood. And there's also gravel in this cave. I think I see some right on my left right there. And we're going to make our furnace and our tools. And this is just really nice placement here. It's very good proximity to the lava pool already. Forget to make my tools because, I'm just not warmed up. And this seed could have definitely sub-15'd. Post Nether, there are definitely a lot of time saves that I've seen and definitely could have seen. This was easy PB with a lot of other things that happened in this run. So yeah. Crafting our boat. We're going to get 3 iron here, which is really nice. I'm just going to go out and grab some quick old gravel here before making my way out to kill some animals, because that's exactly the type of routing you would use for these runs while you wait for your iron to smelt. I grabbed some water, don't forget that. I seem to forget water a lot when doing structureless runs, but we're not going to forget that here. I kill pigs poorly. Again, just not warmed up, and this is really sad. And I think I'm going to warm up with crafting sessions before my runs now, just so this doesn't happen again. I also see fire over there, and I think that lava pool is closer, so I'm going to go to that one instead of the one I saw off spawn. Iron pickaxe here. And I actually got 5 pork chops from those 2 pig kills, which is really nice. And as I come over this hill, I see a lava pool, which is exactly what I expected. And we're going to be entering in the low 3-minute area, and I've been trying to get sub 3 enters for sub 15. And I'll take a 3:15 enter. It's not that big of a deal, especially when I'm just warming up for the day. A 3:15 enter is just fine with me. And we've entered at 3:18. I'm E-raying for a bastion here, and when I'm E-raying for this bastion, I'm pretty thinking that this run's dead. I don't load a bastion until here, and that's pretty far out. I checked the entity count, it's 36, so I'm thinking housing or bridge. And we're gonna head out to this bastion at the sub 4 mark, and I'm trying to enter my first structure sub 5, just so I can stay on pace for that sub 15, sub 10 blind, sub 7, or sub around 7 or 8 minutes on the second structure. And I can see that it's bridge from here based off the pillar that I saw under that netherrack. I'm just heading over there now. This terrain is actually pretty nice. I mean, it's not great, but it'll suffice, I guess. I think about grabbing a pearl here for, I don't really know why. I think it's trying to find the fortress or pearl hang to a fortress just for fun. But I didn't have time. I didn't feel like pyraying right there. My pyray was set to the buried treasure one, and I didn't feel like changing it, so we didn't, and that was fine because I found the fortress anyhow. But yeah, we're gonna start looting this bastion at around the 450 mark. Right around here, my timer bugs, and then I like lose sight of it. It goes off screen, off my second monitor, so that was cool. So yeah, for the rest of this run, I really don't know what the time is. So again, I probably could have pushed for that sub PB time, but I just didn't have sight of my timer, which really sucked. Also kill a hoglin here for some extra pork chops. It just gives me a little bit more like breathing room for it. I think I have 8 pork chops now, which is nice. I also have to do dip route here because I get a bad side on my on Dowski, so I have to run dip. There are other routes that are better for this, but I still run dip because it's just what I'm used to, and this is a warm up, so it's kind of whatever. Toss some more gold in. I actually get a significant amount of piglins for doing dip route, and it's really nice. And just chuck our gold in here. I already have 11 pearls, which is awesome. And we're just going to check the chest for some obsidian, and this is actually pretty decent pace. Obviously, I haven't checked for fortress or anything yet, and I'm just going to send it. I'm not even going to pyre in this run. You can see I'm at 611 and looking for obby and chest, so that's pretty good. Obviously, bridge is the worst bastion in RSG because it just takes so long to route and get stuff from, compared to housing and stables, etc., etc. Actually, I think treasure is second fastest. I see a whole lot more pearls. I decided to go over here after this to just check over here. This is also a single chest on this side as well, which is unfortunate. I get 4 obby, so I can craft my portal, which is really nice. It makes it so I don't have to roll all 10 obby from these trades. I take this safe because there's no need to rush when I'm waiting for trades anyway. I see that I have a spawner. Wait, that means I didn't... Okay, that means I didn't have it on my buried treasure pie chart. But I can't remember because I haven't seen this run in around a day or 2. I get my pearls, my fire res, my string, and I'm out. I'm just going to send it a certain direction. I think I'm just going to send it into the closest quadrant, which is this way. I have pearls out my ears, and we are heading off in this direction for a considerable while. Until we find the fortress. And the bastion leave at 7:30 is not great. But I'll take it. I'll play out this run, obviously, because my PB is still 16-14. And it can definitely PB off this pace. I missed this pearl, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's really not that big of a deal. And I'm going to go up here, and I see fortress on my right side right there. And I'm like, oh, this is actually half decent. I could be blinding around 10 minutes if I play this fortress half well. I get pretty not great blaze rates, I believe. It's hard to remember. It was a little bit worse than average. I find these blazes here. I think I heard a blaze spawner, but it was just blazes, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think I get a lot of strays here to start, but I just don't get the rates later at the spawner, so it's just not gonna go well. And there are skeletons everywhere, so that's cool. But yeah, all in all, this was a crazy run. This was my first sub 20 on stream, which is pretty cool. This makes me feel a lot better that I can definitely sub 15 because I did not play the seed very well at all by my standards. And it's not even that like great of a seed in like a sense, but I will still take a 16-minute time because it makes me feel good. And the blaze rates are starting to pick up a little bit, I believe, but they're still not great. I start crafting my nether portal just so that I don't waste time doing it later. I probably should have been mining out the spawner, but I think I'm gonna leave on this next cycle or the cycle after that. So it's not that big of a deal. I also can't find my flint and steel in my inventory, which is not ideal. Okay, I start mining out the spawner now, which is probably a misplay. I should have mined it out earlier. I'm going to be blinding at around 75, 180, based off my F3 that I'm opening right now, which is within the ring, but I still don't really hit this blind. I think this blind is like 800 or so. Also, these blazes hit like a truck, so I have to back up. It's unfortunate. I get my 6th rod there, and I'm out at the 10-minute mark. This is pretty good pace. Obviously, I can't see my timer still, so I don't know what pace this is. I blind at the 10, or around 10 minutes, I think. My in-game time just went up to 10 minutes for the 5-minute time, 5-minute saves. I throw my first die, it's 44.1. I take 4 sprint jumps this way, and it changes 45.3, so that's around 1.2. So we're looking at around an 800 block blind, like I said. And if you remember, I got like 4 stacks of pearls from that bastion. So we're able to just hawk pearls. And this is what actually like makes this run even viable. It's just the amount of pearls I got from Bridge and the RNG. Also getting that extra hoglin from the Bridge Bastion really comes in clutch here and helps out. Also that Fox just did a crazy high jump. Should be in the Olympics, by the way. Also, this isn't ideal terrain. Taiga is like one of my least favorite biomes to travel through. It's just the trees are so uneven. It's frustrating. But yeah, 10-minute blind. This is obviously I can do much better. And the fact that this got a 1648 or something is just insane to me. And this travel to the stronghold actually doesn't take very long for an 800 block blind. I think I'm digging down at around the 14-minute mark, or the third. It should have been 13 minutes, but you're gonna see what happens here in a second. I just get overrun by mobs, and it's really bad. There's probably like literally the amount of time between this and PB in just getting bothered by mobs right here, and it's not cool. But I know I can definitely PB off a different seed because this seed was not very good again. I also played it badly in the overworld, bad crafting, etc., etc. I decided to throw another eye here just to check, and I think it turns around, and it does, which is really nice. I can't 8-8 off of that just because of the general area it went through. And I end up throwing like 3 more eyes just because I get so like discombobulated from the mobs. It's actually in this chunk where I'm in right now, but there's so many mobs that I just don't know where it is. I TLN throw here, but it doesn't. It's not in the right chunk. It's back that way, and I get confused. Also, there's a creeper, so I freak out. But just overall, in general, this is a crazy seed. I throw one last pearl here, and it goes that way, so I definitely know which chunk it's in now. I'm gonna be digging down at around the 1330 mark, which definitely could have been faster. This should have been a 13-minute dig down, I believe. And we're digging at 5-4 into the stronghold. So another thing about this run that's crazy is that my stronghold navigation was not great. I took like 3 wrong paths, I think, which is also unfortunate, as we'll see in a second. "14-minute stronghold enter." It's pretty solid, and we're going to be going down linear. There's another 5-way, 2 5-ways already, and we're going to be counting because I actually say on stream that there are lots of 5-ways, and it's confusing. We head up here. Nothing in here. There's an apple in here. I decided to eat it because I ran out of food while pearling around. Library. Nothing that way. Nothing this way. It's too far. So we're going back. Stronghold navigation is never really my strong suit. I always seem to mess it up somehow. And this run is no different. As we head back to starter, I decided to go down this way. Another 5-way. We have 3 5-ways, but I go right, the right way this time. So we're into the portal room a minute after we enter the stronghold, and it's a 1-eye, so we can finish the portal. And it's all down to the perch about whether this PBs or not, and you know that it doesn't, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not cool, but there's nothing you can do about it. I didn't actually see what time this was. I thought this was like 16 or 17 minutes already, so yeah, it's unfortunate that I couldn't see my timer. Also, my resource pack glitches, I don't know why this happens, but for some reason both my boat and my crafting menu inventories are really messed up for some reason sometimes. It's something that you can't explain. But it is like just a bug that happens, and the moderation team doesn't really care if that happens, I don't think. So yeah, we're just waiting around for this perch. It's 1550. And this dragon just doesn't cooperate. I mean, it's not like a super slow perch, it's like a minute and a half perch. I probably could half bow here actually, but I just forget. Oh no, I didn't grab any arrows in the bastion, that's what it was. And doesn't perch there either. I'm getting debated by the dragon even in the post commentary. That's interesting. And I read this perch pretty well. I'm pretty far out, but it goes to the other side. I can read that as a perch. And we are going to be 5-betting the dragon. And my reaction to this one was actually pretty cool because I just didn't have the timer, so it's really funny. The dragon flips, and here's my reaction. I don't even know what this is because I can't see my timer right now. I don't know what that was. Oh my god. What? Literally, so many things could have changed that into PB. That's insane.